Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
All over again as the Orange County Blues and the Oklahoma City Energy FC are ending the season just as they started it on the campus of UC Irvine. Mark Serber alongside Justin Maestas. And Justin, this is an Oklahoma City team, got knocked out of the playoffs in their last game, but they were in it right until almost the very end.
Yeah, and it was only a 1-0 result against Sacramento Republic, and that was in Sacramento. And we know how good a Sacramento team is because they came in here to UC Irvine and just pounced on the Blues 6-1. And so this is a very good Oklahoma City side.
And for Oklahoma City, they were in the mix almost right up until the very end, but unfortunately have gone on a 6-game slide. Had it not been for that, this inaugural team would be heading into the playoffs. And Justin, they haven't won in their last 6 games. They haven't scored in their last 4 games, but guess who their last win was against?
Yeah, and it was an OC Blues team when they went over to Oklahoma City, and it was a very good game. I mean, all these games that the teams face off against, except for that first game, have been very close. Go down to the very end. This should be a good game, and Oklahoma City know they can beat this OC Blues team. Let's see if the OC Blues group can come back and even the season series at 2-2.
Well, the last 2 games have been in Oklahoma, and the first one was won by the Orange County Blues in the 90th minute, and the second one won by Oklahoma City in the 88th. So these are 2 teams that play each other close and play each other to the wire. Well, the Blues, they've pretty much been out of it for a while because they hit a poor run of form themselves, Justin, but at the same time, and it's a little too late, but they played their best game of the season against the Richmond Kickers.
Yeah, it was a little bit too late, but there's always signs of optimism. I mean, when you play your best game against a very good Richmond squad, I mean, there's stuff to work on. Even if it's not towards this season or towards the playoffs, it's always building toward next season or whatever these players go to next year. It's always signs of optimism for the OC Blues. Let's see if they can keep that streak going and end their season right.
And Justin, just like we had been talking about off camera earlier, is a lot of these players are playing for their jobs. So this is a game that you're going to want to watch. And not only that, but many of these players are being looked at by Major League Soccer scouts. A lot of Major League Soccer teams love to watch the USL Pro and then pick off players for loans as they try to add depth toward the end of the Major League Soccer season. And there are plenty of players out here tonight on both squads that could be picked up by an MLS club for the end of this 2014 season. So for this game, what are you looking for from the Orange County Blues? What do they have to do that they did so well against Richmond in order to beat Oklahoma City and make right what they couldn't in the first game of the season?
Well, after talking to Andrew Hoxie after the game last game, he said that they're a very good possession team, in which I would agree. And if you saw that Richmond game last week, you saw that the only goal that was scored for the OC Blues came in when the Blues had possession. And so I think that's key here for the Blues here tonight. They need to keep possession and not turn the ball over in their own end and create easy chances for Oklahoma City.
Of course, it is the Orange County Blues and Oklahoma City in the last game of the USL Pro season for both of these teams. And it's been a great year here on YouTube for Justin Maestas, for myself, and for Brad Paul, who couldn't be here tonight. A big thank you to Liquid Event TV for the tremendous production job. But most importantly, a huge thank you to you for watching at home and for coming out to the campus of UC Irvine and Anteater Stadium, as we want to say thank you for all of your support this season.
So much, every single one of you, for coming to these games. You guys have been amazing, and we are so thankful and appreciative.
Thank you guys for coming all season long. Really appreciate it, and go Blues.
Thank you, fans, for coming out to another great season for us, and I hope to see you guys next year.
I just want to say thank you for this year, for coming out and being a supporter. It's been a great time coming back and getting back together with this organization, and we thank you for all your support. Thank you for a great year, and hopefully we'll have a great offseason and bounce back better next year. Thank you for everything, and go Blues.
I would like to thank the Orange County Blues fans for coming out and supporting us, perform, doing our best. We did not go the way we wanted to, but hopefully we'll learn from it and we'll do better next year.
Hey guys, I just want to thank all the fans for coming out and supporting us this entire year. It's been awesome, and hopefully I'll see you guys next year. Thanks.
All right, just want to thank the fans so much for all the support in our first season in Orange County. We've had our ups and downs this year, but we really look forward to having you out there next year to support us.
Thanks to all the fans for the support you guys gave us this whole season. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for all your support, and we really appreciate it.
시즌 동안 시합 보러 주셔서 감사하고 앞으로도 계속 블루스 사랑해 주셨으면 감사하겠습니다. 고맙습니다. Thank you.
Thank you, fans, for all your support throughout the season. We felt you guys throughout the entire season. We felt you guys cheered us on, and it was very motivating. And I'm just very appreciative of the support throughout the year and my rookie season. Thank you.
Hey, OKC Blues fans, I just want to thank you for a wonderful season. Y'all showed us love throughout the bad times and the good times, and I just want to thank you for your support.
Say a big shout out and thanks to our fans for being there for us and for supporting us throughout the whole season. I promise you guys, next season is gonna be more and way better than this season. Thank you very much for being here with us. Cheers.
Thanks guys for having come out this past year. We appreciate your support.
and we look forward to next season when you guys come out. And yeah, just thank you for all your support.
I just want to thank our fans for coming out, and because without you, we would not be able to play the game we love. So thank you.
Captain of the Orange County Blues, I would really like to thank the fans for coming out to the matches, young and old, and showing your support through good and bad performances. It has been very appreciated, and we hope to see you and more next season.
Well, Justin, Oklahoma may be the land of where cowboys roam, but it's the Blues who are hoping to ride off into that beautiful sunset tonight with the final game of the season. And I'm not sure whether this is the beginning of the season or the end of the season, because it's the same exact game that we started with.
Yeah, really the same things on the line, really. I mean, they're trying to end the season well, and in the beginning of the season, they're trying to start off the season well. And so it's really up to the players and how they're going to take this game into heart. Are they going to take it, well, it's the last game of the season, or are they going to say, you know what, this is the start of the rest of our lives?
Well, I talked to Oklahoma City FC coach Jimmy Nielsen before the game, obviously before the game, but he said to me, he said, look, he said, I told our players that you never know who's watching. One bad game can define your career, and it doesn't matter what's at stake. You always give it everything you have, and if you can't get motivated for a game like this, then you shouldn't be playing for me. So this Oklahoma City team is going to come out very, very strong, and we want to welcome all of you back in Oklahoma City watching on the OC Blues YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Mark Serber alongside Justin Maestas on Liquid Event TV. And a special shout out to the Oklahoma City fans known as The Grid. And a shout out to those wherever you are watching, as Oklahoma City, so close, Justin, so close to having this game be a game where they're still fighting for the playoffs, but they fell just short as they went on a 6-game losing streak. Before that, they were on a tear. 14 losses for this Oklahoma City team, 2 streaks of 6 straight games without a win. Otherwise, this is a team that would be in the playoffs and not even have to worry about this game for other reasons. But they've played very well at certain points throughout the year, and we certainly saw that in this first game here when they completely dismantled Orange County in their first ever game in USL Pro history.
Yeah, and this is another side that was, or still is, trying to get that MLS spot also, and so much attention has been brought to Sacramento Republic. Beginning of the season, Oklahoma City had the momentum like they were going to get an MLS team, and even they're still pushing for that. I mean, they have a beautiful logo, they have a beautiful club, they have a beautiful new stadium that they're going to have next year, so things are looking up here for Oklahoma City.
And the fan base has been unbelievable, 3,000 to 4,000 at every single game, and the Orange County Blues know all about that. They're 1-1 in Oklahoma City. They're 0-1 here, and for the Blues, I think that's one of the biggest reasons that they missed out on the playoffs, Justin. Last year, 8-3-3 at home. This year, 5-7-1. You have to win your games at home and steal points on the road, and the Blues just didn't do that.
Yeah, and there's some games where they came out lackluster, and there's some games where they came out just brilliant. I mean, this really has been an up-and-down team. The consistency just wasn't there. There was there for maybe a month, but that was it throughout the 3-4 month season. So the Blues, they just need to do better this season, but you know what? They can finish it off on a good note, as they did last game against Richmond.
And for the Oklahoma City Energy, 373 minutes without a goal. Their last goal coming on August 14th in a loss to Arizona. Jaziri getting that one in the 77th minute in a 2-1 losing effort. Since then, they have yet to find the back of the net. But the Blues know something about scoreless streaks as well. And I asked head coach Jimmy Nielsen about it, and he said, look, we've been great box to box. It's in both boxes where we've struggled this season. And unfortunately, that's where the game's won and lost. I mean, how many times have you seen a team control possession, dominate a game, but they're just one bad mistake on the defensive end, not taking their chances on the offensive end, and that's what makes or breaks your season. So just the Oklahoma City Energy FC right on the cusp, and Jimmy Nielsen says, we know what it takes, we have a plan, and we're moving forward with it. So he's in a very bullish mood heading into tonight, and so should the Orange County Blues. They should be in a bullish mood as well because they were sensational against Richmond in that 1-1 draw in Richmond right up until that loss against Orlando, and then the draw against the Orange County Blues were in the title chase, and they're still going to have home field advantage to begin the playoffs.
Yeah, and it was a very good squad that the Blues played off against last week. I mean, we've seen them play well at certain times. I mean, they went up to Sacramento and beat them and beat Sacramento Republic over in Sacramento. So this team does have the ability to win some games. It was just that consistency. Same thing with the Energy, though. They need to keep that consistency.
The CDA Slammers Girls U11.
When we take a look at your match reset, both teams mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Usually there's a lot of draws, but the Orange County Blues only have one, and it came last week. And of course, a couple players recognized for their contributions to that 1-1 draw, and that goal from Andrew Hoxie was quite a beauty off a delightful service from Kim.
Yeah, Kim had a phenomenal game, and so did Brandon Griffiths. I mean, that's why he was named USL Pro Team of the Week. He kept that Richmond attacking third just on their toes. I mean, he allowed nothing to go through, and he cleared the ball quite a few times, and he did a great job in that center back position.
At the other end, it was that 1-0 loss to Sacramento that knocked Oklahoma City out of the playoffs, and in fact, it was a former Blue who knocked him out, Rodrigo Roro Lopez, from the penalty spot to give Sacramento all 3 points and to send Oklahoma City packing. And the only player from Sporting Kansas City left on the roster is Christian Duke, back from injury, and he is the player to watch. He is the player that is the creative linchpin for this Oklahoma City Energy FC side. And Nate Pollock, on loan from Minnesota United, turned 25 yesterday, so happy birthday to him. And Kyle Gregg leads the team with 8 goals and 2 assists, including the first ever goal for Oklahoma in USL Pro history against none other than the Orange County Blues after just 11 minutes.
Yeah, and we talked about Oklahoma City played phenomenal in that first game, and I mean, Kyle Gregg, he's a man to watch out for. I mean, 8 total goals in the season. That's a really good stat if you're Oklahoma City, and you should really be proud of what he's done so far.
And we can take a look here at the standings, and it's all Orlando City winning the regular season in their final season in USL Pro. But everybody, for some reason, seems to forget the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. Sacramento Republic have second place sewn up, and Richmond and LA cannot be caught, so they will have home games. It was all about Charlotte and Pittsburgh this afternoon to see whether they could get into the top 8. We will have the results for you a little bit later. But the Orange County Blues, depending on some results on how Arizona did and, of course, on how Charlotte did, they could very well jump up and tie Pittsburgh. Oklahoma City as well could jump up and finish just behind Harrisburg.
Yeah, and even though you see the 2 teams there at the bottom of the table, I mean, look at how close it is points-wise. I mean, you see up at Rochester Rhinos, 35 points, and all the way toward the bottom of the table, there's 28 points here for the OC Blues. So that's only 2 victories away from either at the bottom of the table playing for nothing on the final game of the regular season or fighting for a playoff spot.
Well, it just shows you the parity of this league because the Blues are 1-10-1 since July, and it wasn't until last week, the Richmond game, in which they were officially eliminated from the playoffs, mathematically eliminated, I should say. And that just goes to show the parity of the league, especially once you get past those top 4 teams. Every team had a chance at one point of the season, depending on the streak that they went on. And Oklahoma and the Orange County Blues both falling just short, but still plenty to play for here today, Justin. As we alluded to earlier, first of all, you never know who's watching. You have Major League scouts watching you, and some of these players know that Major League Soccer teams are watching them, thinking about taking them on loan at the end of the season. Others are playing for their contracts for next year. They want to play for Coach Nielsen. They want to play for Coach Yazdani. As we're going to step aside here on Orange County Blues FC TV, and we'll be back with you for the first half kick.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Oklahoma City trying to snap a 6-game losing streak and a 4-game scoreless streak. The Orange County Blues looking for just their second win from July to make sure that they can leave the 2014 USL Pro season with a good taste in their mouth as they get ready for next year. Let's take a look at 2 players to watch, Justin. And Seth Moses, 21 games played, hasn't scored any goals or had any assists, but he has been a linchpin for this side. First of all, is a center midfielder by trade, but played the beginning of the season at wingback and midfield on the outside, and is now back in a center midfield position. And as you can see, he's played in Switzerland and Austria already, a trial with the Seattle Sounders. So this is a player with tons of potential who has nowhere to go but up, and he's had a very solid season here.
Yeah, so much. We've been talking so much about Sungju Kim, and how he's a workhorse going around the field and playing different positions. Seth Moses is a similar type of player where he can really play anywhere. I'm not going to say anywhere on the field, because literally he is everywhere on the field. That's his position. He will go forward. He will stay back. We've seen him play left back. We've seen him go a winger, like you said.
And Kyle Gregg, of course, for Oklahoma City, 8 goals, 2 assists, and 25 appearances this season. He was with the Sporting Kansas City Reserves in 2011, so Jimmy Nielsen knows him well. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the Orange County Blues, and it's Perez getting the start over Miranda in goal, which means that groin is feeling better.
Yeah, and he had a very good game a couple games ago against Wilmington. I thought he played really well before he got hurt, and it's going to be nice to see him again to end the season. I thought he deserved to have this last game, and again, one of those players that are fighting for another year.
Kim and Moses in the middle, and of course Rivera will be the maestro in the center midfield, the creative force looking to find Hoxie up top, and Cardenas and Santana either going down the flanks or cutting inside. And Hoxie being rewarded for the goal he scored last week, that diving header to tie things up at 1 against Richmond. The starting 11 for the Oklahoma City Energy, and they are missing a few players, including their captain, Michael Thomas, who is bundles of experience, and because of that, Gareth Evans has to step into midfield.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Oklahoma City react without their captain, but you know, still this is a great team. Number 22, Kyle Gray, right there in the middle. I mean, he's going to have a phenomenal game. Watch out for him as he moves forward.
And Jaziri, a player with plenty of experience as well, 25 years old, was on the books of Portsmouth when they were in the Barclays Premier League, although he did not play. But with the Rangers U19 youth team, won the league and cup double in Scotland. As we are underway, the final 90 minutes for both of these teams in the 2014 USL Pro season. Mark Serber alongside Justin Maestas here on the Orange County Blues YouTube page, courtesy of Liquid Event TV, who've done a tremendous job all year long. And this is Griffiths on the far side. Young Jamaican on loan from the Colorado Rapids. Looking forward, and you know when Hoxie goes down, he's most likely going to get the call, because a big guy like that doesn't get bundled over often.
Yeah, it's hard to knock over a 6'4", 205 man, let's just say, up front. So he earns a foul. But we talked about it last week. I mean, he just played well enough to earn another start here tonight.
Well, they like to say Hoxie is a foxy in the boxy. So they're going to look to float this one in and try and find his head. As after this, Hoxie will be headed to Rochester in upstate New York to play for the Lancers indoors. Right now, he's bear hugged, but it doesn't matter as this ball is going to go harmlessly out of bounds. It'll be the first goal kick of the game for Oklahoma City Energy.
And one thing that I did see there is that they did keep special attention on Andrew Hoxie, where he was just on that line to where it was going to be offside. But what they did once the ball was in the air was collapse 2 players onto Hoxie to where he could hardly move.
Well, the service has to be better anyways. There are plenty of other players as Clark slips on that goal kick. And this is Garcia. The Cuban who's been with the club for all 4 years. Not the best ball, intercepted in midfield. And this is Greg. Scorer of the first ever goal for Oklahoma City in USL Pro history. And it came in just the 11th minute off a feed from Christian Duke. And now chasing it is Polak. And the birthday boy from yesterday had it stabbed away from him. On loan from the Minnesota Thunder in the NASL, Polak. And not on the field, but will celebrate his birthday tomorrow, is Stephen Perry. So as Polak turns 25, Perry turns 26. Happy birthday to both of them, both early and belated.
Not a bad way to spend your birthday over here in Southern California.
Santana, what a rookie season he's had despite having to fight through some injuries. Moses said he's looking to get back to Europe. He's had a solid season here, but everybody knows it's not easy to just get on a plane and go play for a club team in Europe, even at the lower levels there.
And even though there's so many squads, I mean, again, we're saying they're playing for jobs. They're always trying to show whoever's watching that they're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for our street team tonight. They've got
This is Cardenas. We'll get it back to Griffiths. Cardenas came into the season considered a Major League Soccer prospect, and I don't think he's done his chances any harm this season with the way he's played.
Now, we saw how the Blues reacted when he came on. I mean, there's so much more tempo in the game for the Blues. I mean, offensively, they look so dangerous.
Oklahoma City, long ball looking for Greg, headed away by Garcia. Needless push there. And the referee, Christopher Calderon, just checking on Suggs, making sure he's okay, and coming over to have a word as well with Javier Castro. Let him know no more of that off the ball. And Castro, who joined Oklahoma City from the LA Misioneros, where he had 7 goals and 3 assists this season. So Castro knows this area well. Mark Howard leaves it off for Hedrick. And Evans sprays it to this near side, looking for Castro. And tried to head it back to Lichty. And now it's a chance for Santana to run. Santana taking his time, though, and it allowed Castro to get back and double. Moses. And this is where both teams have been good this season, Justin, is keeping the ball, but they've struggled in both boxes, just as Jimmy Nielsen said. Same could be said for the Blues as well. I mean, they're keeping the ball well here, but it's that little bit of ingenuity that they've been missing in the final third.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't matter how well you move the ball. Well, actually, it does. I take that back. But it's not going to help you score goals. Scoring goals is the main point of this game, as obvious as that sounds.
Well, it was a good look from Suggs. However, Hedrick was there. Suggs again. Suggs in his 4th season as a pro. Has added 2 goals this year after not scoring in his first 3 years. Nice little ball tucked in by Moses. Santana plays it across on the ground. And Cardenas arrived late, but it didn't matter as the referee spotted a foul in the box.
Yeah, and the Blues are always trying to look forward, and a nice eye there by Seth Moses to just find his teammate. Always keep your head up. Don't look at the ball when you're dribbling. Look for your teammates.
So Clark will get a free kick, and he's going to take it quickly. This is Howard. Grew up playing in the Manchester United Academy. Got some games with the reserves. Never quite made it to the first team, but then went over to Aalborg, where he was the team MVP in 2007, and also during his time there won a Danish League and Cup double. Good move in midfield from Gareth Evans. 27-year-old Welshman gets it back from Douay. And Evans, long ball to Castro. Perfectly placed. And Castro to curl it in. That's useful. And to the far side. Jerry will give it back to Douay. The Maryland man swings it into the mix once again. And the Blues letting it bounce in their box. They've got to get this clear. Lichty. Another good quality service in, but Polak heads it out of bounds. And so Orange County will escape in the 7th minute, but they've been putting some pressure. And it looks like Oklahoma City's going to test them in that aerial game in the box.
Yeah, one thing that we have seen from Orange County is that they do have a tendency to fall asleep sometimes at the back. And Javier Castro was all by himself here on this right flank. It was just a simple switch, and a great switch at that. And it found Castro, and Castro just took his time and made a great clearance or great cross into the box.
Castro fighting with Suggs. Hoxie does a great job to come all the way back from his forward position and win that ball. Now swung to the far side. This is Rivera. Miscue from Cardenas, but the Blues able to keep possession. And this is Garcia, Cuban international, off to Moses. Griffiths gives it to Garcia when I thought Perez might have been on there. And now Perez put under some duress from that back pass by by Garcia rather, but he's able to deal with it calmly.
If you want to be passing and keeping possession, you want to see better passes than that.
Ooh, mistake from Hedrick. And Hoxie almost pounced, just didn't get proper contact, but it takes a deflection, and it's going to be the first kick of the game for the Orange County Blues.
Yeah, Hoxie almost got a sitter right there, right on the top of the box. I mean, the goalkeeper had a choice to make, either come out and try to get the ball or stay back, and he made the right decision to put some pressure on Hoxie. It earns the Blues the corner. Let's see if they can convert on it.
Enrique Cardenas finishing up his first professional season in the same field where he played his college ball, and it's a good ball in. And Griffiths just missed it. Handball on Garcia, and it was called before he put it over the crossbar.
Not a bad cross there by Cardenas. It put it in a spot to where a striker wants it, right in the middle of that box. Maybe a little bit closer you want it to the goalkeeper, but I'd rather have it right there than too close to the goalkeeper. Good first corner kick here by the Blues.
Clark, the 23-year-old, making his third appearance of the season. Came into tonight with 10 saves on 11 shots faced. As Moses goes up and wins the header. Hoxie. Kim. Out wide. Left off for Suggs. Santana wants it in the pocket. Suggs wants to run, and he thought Santana was going to make the diagonal. Two of them need to get on the same page, but once again, the Blues pouring forward with gusto.
Yeah, Santana had it, and he was going to make that run, but it was just too late as Suggs couldn't get the ball onto his feet quick enough and make the pass. Santana had other options. I think Suggs had his mind set on passing it.
Clark's goal kick in the 10th minute. Moses loses out this time to the bigger Gregg. Kyle Gregg once again. Flicked on by Castro. Polak was chasing. Garcia able to get it away. And this is Kim. You have to think that MLS clubs have their eye on Sungju Kim.
Yeah, maybe not on a first-team basis quite yet, but always keeping an eye on him. I mean, he's still young. He has plenty of time to develop.
And once again, the Blues putting themselves into uncomfortable situations. And they're still not out of the woods here yet. Oklahoma City hitting the reset button. And Kim pressuring high. Forcing it back to Cyprian Hedrick. Hedrick, nice long ball looking for the run of Due. Hedrick was with Sporting Kansas City in 2012. However, hurt his knee really bad, was out for an entire year, and had to reignite his career last season with the Phoenix Wolves before coming over to Oklahoma City. No over the back on Garcia, says the referee. Rivera looking for options. Little touch off for Moses. And Polak being a real pest in the back, not allowing the Blues to move the ball freely, and they're having trouble getting out of their own end.
I think that's something that Oklahoma City studied on tape from last game. Richmond allowed the Blues to pass it along the back line. Here, not tonight. Blues are going to have some trouble keeping possession.
Hedrick got the last touch as he stepped in front of Hoxie. Was looking inside for the run of Cardenas, but cleared away. Nice little touch from Griffiths. Kim. Cardenas. And there's that inner passing that we saw finally start to click last week, Justin.
And it seems like the Blues are trying to do that here again today. It's just not working here so far.
Well, once again, it's good pressure from Oklahoma City in the midfield, and they win the throw-in on the far side. So the referee wants the ball brought back to where it went out of bounds. Hedrick. Clark is a safety valve. And this is Howard. Evans with a rare missed touch in midfield. Cardenas looking to take advantage. Evans did well to step in, and Due did well to come over and cover. Here's Lichty. The 19-year-old has been training with Sporting Kansas City's first team since 2011, Justin.
Okay, kids, this one's for you. Who wants a Blues t-shirt?
Lichty, 1 goal, 1 assist on the season, and of course his goal was the game winner in the last meeting between these two sides back in Oklahoma. Oh, and a heavy touch from Garcia, but Kim rescues the situation.
Yeah, the Blues know Lichty very well from their last meeting. And again, these meetings are always very tight. There are two very similar teams that can both have very good games.
And Hedrick is down as he went up with a challenge with Hoxie. It's not something you want to see. Hedrick, such an important player, has worked so hard to get back to this point, and he is holding on to his head.
Yeah, good job by the referee to immediately see that Cyprian had a head injury. And that's exactly what you need to do when the player goes down, grasping their heads, and even flailing around like Cyprian was. I mean, hitting his feet on the ground, you can tell he was really injured. And, I mean, even listening to MLS broadcasts and Taylor Twellman talk about concussions, it's a very serious matter here in the sport.
And you can see the Cameroonian armband that Cyprian Hedrick is wearing. He is from Douala, Cameroon, the 24-year-old. As we are in the 14th minute of a scoreless game between the Orange County Blues and Oklahoma City Energy FC. Both teams can't make it to the postseason, but are looking to end on a high note. And it falls kindly here, and Perez, great reaction. He had jumped up, moved to the other side, and had to be agile, getting down quickly.
Yeah, Javier Castro, I don't know how the ball fell to him. Moses went up and tried to head it out, just went on the other side of Moses' head, fell right to Castro. Castro was kind of unfortunate as the ball wouldn't come down. He had to take it off the half volley, but nice save there by Perez to keep this game scoreless.
Dejeri's header. And Dejeri once again flicks it to the far side for Due. Orange County wins it back in midfield. Looking to run. Santana turns, fires just over the crossbar. Great work from Santana. The ball set up nicely for him, but he couldn't get it to dip, just a little too late.
I mean, you got to give credit also to I think that was Cesar Rivera who supplied the pass. I mean, that's the setup pass that created the chance. Unfortunately, Santana couldn't keep the ball down, but still a great chance there by the OC Blues.
And Turner with a little touch for Perez has some work to do, and that is why goalkeepers need to have foot skills these days, Justin. Hint of handball perhaps, and the referee spots it. So the move peters out for Oklahoma City as we're approaching the 17th minute of play.
Gotta say, it's been a pretty entertaining game here between the both sides. I mean, neither side is really dominating. Both teams are trying to keep possession. Really enjoy this game here so far. Both teams really show that they want to win this game.
Long ball searching for Hoxie. Hedrick comes out, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Blues. You think Hedrick had time to clear that one up there, and instead gives position right back to the home side, deep in Oklahoma territory, and with Jimmy Turner, everything is going to go into the box.
Yeah, I mean, but But you always say, when in doubt, just clear it out. I mean, never want to be too, or you always want to be too careful.
Hoxie lays it off Cardenas. Last-ditch tackle from Gareth Evans. And Oklahoma City able to get it away. Sent right back in. Moses. Back to Griffiths. Nice little feint to elude Pollock, but not the best pass as it's picked off by Javier Castro. Castro looking to spring the break. Excellent defending on the far side from Griffiths. And this is Garcia. Suggs. Oh, that would have been brilliant had that stayed in from Santana. What a nifty touch. Santana actually gave up a contract with Chivas USA at the age of 18 to come to UC Irvine and play his college ball.
Yeah, and that's always a controversial issue. Do you go try to play with a MLS side or just a club in general, or do you go to college? And so much emphasis is going to university here for, I guess, the American culture. And then overseas, I mean, you have players just going straight to clubs. It's an admirable choice there for Santana.
Well, that wasn't a good choice from the Orange County Blues. Ball played across, and it's off the crossbar. The Blues pressing the self-destruct button, and they still might be in trouble here. Curled to the far corner, Perez was frozen, and it's just wide as the Blues have the gun pointed at their own foot. And they were able to escape. Choice from the Orange County Blues. Ball played across.
Here, the ball is laid right in the middle of the box. I mean, what a hit there by Javier Castro. Castro's had a few opportunities here so far in this game. That one just wouldn't stay down here for Castro as it went off the crossbar. But one thing for Perez, I mean, he has very good reaction skills.
And that should be a free kick for Oklahoma City. It's Garcia who came flying in. And I think Garcia, I mean, I hate to say this about an Orange County player or an Oklahoma City player, but wonder if he's just staying down to make sure he doesn't get a yellow card here. But he does look like he's actually really hurt.
Yeah, it was a tough challenge.
Yeah.
Might have fell down wrong on his left leg. I mean, he's grasping onto that left ankle. Originally, I thought maybe it was a head-to-head collision, but I think just falling down was wrongly.
We have a stoppage of play here in the 20th minute. Is Garcia down after coming in for a challenge? He's the one who's whistled for the foul, but he got the worst of it. However, just moments ago, nervous time for Orange County as they gave the ball away in their own end. And luckily, the goalkeeper's best friend came to the rescue from an Orange County point of view.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how no one's really dominating this game so far, even though the Blues have had a majority of the possession. But Oklahoma City still going forward, still getting chances. Castro is having himself a great game here so far, in my opinion, returning back to California. And he's from Pomona. It's always nice to come back home and put on a show for your hometown crowd.
Fans out for this final night here in the 2014 USL Pro season for Orange County. And of course, we would love you to come back next season. Season tickets are on sale now for just $100 for the 2015 season. That is the early bird package that you can get until September 30th, and then the price will go up. So go ahead and get those right away.
In one of the prettiest stadiums in USL Pro. Look at that background.
Jaziri standing over this one. Didn't have the proper trajectory on it, and Kim's able to clear it out. Only as far as Jaziri sends it right back in. And Hoxie doing some defending in the far corner. And he's able to poke it away from Due, but at the expense of a throw-in. Due, of course, playing outside back. Was a forward at DC United's academy, but was converted to a defender at West Virginia.
And you always like to have those versatile players on your team who can either go forward or stay back.
And here is Jaziri. Quick throw in, gets it right back. And that's a decent ball in. But once again, the header off target. Just got to get that header down, Justin. But once again, the Blues not dealing with these crosses from Oklahoma City.
Yeah, this time it was Nathan Pollock.
Score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. You want to know who made the playoffs? Want to know about the results from earlier today? USLProSoccer.com is the place to go. Because right now our focus is on Orange County and Oklahoma City. Mark Serber alongside Justin Maestas here on the Orange County Blues YouTube page, courtesy of Liquid Event TV. And throw in comes all the way back to Clark.
Tell you nothing better than seeing Irvine in the background at sunset on a nice Saturday afternoon, or Saturday night, I should say.
Heavy touch, gives the ball back to Santana. Kim. And this is better from the Blues as they go from side to side, looking for Cardenas. And Cardenas unable to keep it in. Good defending him from the far side, and it wins Oklahoma City a throw-in in the 23rd minute.
Yeah, Cardenas playing on that right wing. And when he came in last game against Richmond, he was playing where Cesar Rivera is, number 10. He was in the middle of the midfield. So I guess the question is, does Cardenas play better in the middle or outside? We've seen him had signs of brilliance here so far in this game. But in my opinion, I think he's better in that inner midfield or central midfield to where he can either go past left, past right, and just create chances overall.
Played in for Santana. Did just enough to get a touch to make sure his defender didn't get it, but it goes all the way through to Clark. And Orange County inviting Oklahoma City to work their way out of the back. Lichty ventures forward. Beautiful touch to get it away from Suggs. Suggs with that speed recovers. Javier Castro. Here's the 19-year-old Lichty. Perfect ball to the far side. Inch perfect for Due. Evans, dispossessed, and the break could be on here. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. Rivera sprinting to join in the attack, and a heavy, heavy touch, and it's easy for Hedrick in the end. Textbook defending from him, though, waiting for the offender to make the mistake before stepping in.
Yeah, and it was really a shame because Cesar Rivera was coming forward, sprinting forward, and almost made it a 3-on-2 for the OC Blues. Just unfortunately that Andrew Hoxie with the bad touch.
Suggs. Castro's done such a good job to close Suggs down, and he wins the ball. Lichty. And Howard will direct things from the back. Hedrick has done well to push wide every time Due gets forward. Now Evans coming back. Welshman, who's featured for Wrexham and in the Welsh Premier League before coming over to the States, where he played for Wilmington. Gareth Evans in 2011, in fact. We'll get back to that as the flag is up on Castro. About to say that Gareth Evans was about to sign for the then LA Blues in their first year in 2011, and he was just about to put pen to paper, and at the last minute went to Wilmington and spent 3 years there before coming to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he's a great player, too.
USL Pro on Facebook. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. Leave us your thoughts on this game and on other games from around the league. As the ball swung in, neatly brought down on the chest, and once again, a Blues player unable to keep their shot down as that one, I believe it's in Newport Beach now.
Yeah, Andrew Hoxie. You can see how frustrated he was after that kick. I mean, he just skied it, and it was played perfectly for him. He made the right turn, hit the ball pretty well, just didn't keep it down. Punted it more than shot it.
Another goal kick for Ray Clark in the 26th minute. Smartly stepped in by Garcia. Nice flick on for Santana. Santana in some space. Lichty does well to recover. Santana steps inside him. Still going Santana. Can he finish? Just couldn't pick out the near post.
Talk about David Lichty, and he's 19. Tell you, Santana was dancing with him right there, showing him that he has more experience. I mean, Santana, just showing how good he is as going forward. It's going back and forth, weaving and waving. I mean, just missed wide. Actually, it was deflected.
So corner kick. Great invention from Santana there to earn it. But it was almost 1-0 Blues. Short corner taken. Cardenas plays it in. And the Blues will recycle their runs in the 27th minute. Volume rises at Anteater Stadium as Kim is chasing Jaziri on the far side. Tremendous team defense from the Blues right there, Justin. That one just beyond Santana. Poor ball back. Hoxie able to get a foot in. Lifts it up for Rivera. Rivera. You never know what he's going to conjure up, Rivera. Working one-on-one against Lichty. The 19-year-old standing his ground. Now he gets cover and wins the throw-in. And you can see Turner coming over to take this. Turner can cannon these ones into the box, but the last few he's played short. Well, it's actually going to be Suggs. Turner's all the way on the far side. And Suggs will play it short, even though he can hit him long as well. Suggs, missed touch from him, but he gets it off to Rivera. Suggs wants it in that little pocket of space, just unable to turn. Falls kindly for Cardenas at the top of the box. And possession first for the Orange County Blues. And Cardenas, such a live wire. Wasn't he just at the center of the field? Now he's back in the center. Plays it through. Not a bad idea, but Hedrick read it all the way.
Yeah, I tell you, he can play in that central midfield area. That could be a number 10 for any team, really. He can go around anywhere along the field. I mean, there's so many versatile players here on this OC Blues team. So much skill.
Garcia elects to go to Griffiths instead of his keeper. And Kim, that's rare for him. Throw into Oklahoma City. Lichty with the throw-in. And Howard had to get there before Hoxie. And there's the experience from the 28-year-old Howard. No panic whatsoever and just swings it over to Hedrick. Looking for Dugeri in the channel. And good shielding by Griffiths to shepherd that one out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for the Orange County Blues as we're heading toward the half-hour mark here at Anteater Stadium. Make sure to follow @USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. Get updates from this game, the playoff picture, and from the games earlier today as we are in the final weekend of the USL Pro regular season.
USL Pro. Follow at Nike.
And of course, you can follow Justin Maestas @JustinMaestas1 and @Liquid Event TV. Santana. Coming in, Santana elects to go to the byline, plays it across. Too high over everyone. That ball needed to be on the ground. Second bite of the Terry for Turner on the far side. Comes out to Kim. Goes for glory. And this one rolls tamely into the arms of Clark, who is well positioned.
Yeah, Santana, I think he wished he had that one back. I mean, he's had the foot skills here so far in today's game. It's just that final pass or that final shot is just lacking from Santana, doing so well. I think if he would have had that back and had another opportunity, I think he would have looked for a player and maybe kept it on the ground like you said, rather than more rocket it past the box.
Well, it's just like Nielsen said about his own team. Dariush Yastani can say about his. Excellent in between the two boxes, struggling in those final thirds. And we're seeing that here tonight. Suggs looking to change that for the Blues. Suggs! And Howard did well. Vital block from him. And Rivera will be called for the push. Or Suggs, rather.
Yeah, Suggs.
So the Energy with a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Suggs, the left back, looking like a winger right now. I mean, he's, again, so much versatility on this team. Any player can really go forward beside those two central defenders. I mean, the central midfielders, the outside wingers, or the outside backs. I mean, anyone can go forward.
Griffiths. Look at how quickly Pollock's on him. Two players to find in the box. Played across and cleared out by Garcia. Kim Still work to do to get the ball out of their defensive end for Orange County. And now looking for the target man in Hoxie. Hedrick stepped in. Did well to get something on it, but at the expense of a throw-in. So the Blues can get numbers forward here in the 32nd minute. There's that long throw from Turner. Found Hoxie, but his knocked down. Couldn't find a blue jersey. And Kim wins a free kick.
Yeah, Kim battling in the midfield with Kyle Gregg, who's 6'2", and Kim, I mean, he's not as tall. I mean, 5'8", but yet he draws a foul on.
Visit the Acapulco booth today for a special $5 gift.
Fighting in the corner. It was just trying to win a corner kick. Instead, it's cleared. Just over the head of Polak. And this is Kim. Looking for the best option. Plays a quick 1-2 with Moses. Suggs. Trying to flick it inside for Moses. Goes in the channel, and Lichty's there. Lichty showing his versatility as he started this season much higher up the field. Plenty of players have had to shuffle around, especially in the absences of Michael Thomas and Kyle Miller through injury. Michael Thomas was the player that they wanted to build this team around, and during their winning streaks, that's exactly what they did, Oklahoma City. Space on the far side. Enrique Cardenas has a chance to clip this one in. Rivera! Just past him. Suggs! Shot was always rising. But another opportunity for the Orange County Blues. Another opportunity squandered as they can't get it on target.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to see is if Rivera could maybe head it. No, it would have been too high. Yeah, that was the right shot, and Suggs had no other opportunity. Just had to try to put one on goal. Another great attack there for the Blues. Rivera almost with a top Sports Center top 10 play, and that definitely would have been goal of the week on the USL Pro.
I would have definitely told our director, Steve Ridlin, to send that one into ESPN. Moses. Santana's had a good first half, twisting, turning, and terrorizing defenders down this left-hand side. Has to work his way out of the back now, though. Poor ball right to Castro. However, he gives it to Griffiths. Griffiths had slipped, but Turner makes up for it. And that should be a handball on Cardenas. Referee waves play on, and Dewey wins it back. This might work out here for Oklahoma. Coming 4-on-3, played across. Perez missed it, but it flashes wide of goal.
And that's something, too, where it was bad for Oklahoma City and ended up working out as the Blues started to go forward. Only 3 players were back, and maybe you want one more touch there for Oklahoma City and try to put one in the box, but a nice shot there and almost created a goal-scoring opportunity.
And when you're the other 3 players getting forward like that, you get very frustrated that one player has taken it the whole way. Rivera into the space for Cardenas. Gets it back, Cardenas. Cardenas still going. Vital defending once again from Oklahoma City in their box as Cardenas needed to hit that first time.
And we talk about Cardenas, how he's so well in the midfield. And there's a reason why he's not in center of the midfield right now, because Cesar Rivera, I mean, he has so much skill right there, can pass the ball, almost had a brilliant bicycle kick earlier, actually a couple minutes ago.
36th minute, and Cardenas and Rivera are linking up very well together.
To JP23 Barbecue and Smokehouse.
Out of bounds before Moses could keep it in. End-to-end stuff here at Anteater Stadium in this final match for both sides in the 2014 USL Pro season. And we don't have any goals, but we've had plenty of chances and plenty of action. Mark Serber alongside Justin Maestas, courtesy of Liquid Event TV. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Garcia.
Their muscles after the workout. Nesquik is pleased to sponsor the OC Blues, and they invite all fans to stop by their booth tonight.
Well, and that's a heavy challenge, and we're going to get our first card of the game. So the first yellow card comes in the 37th minute. And it's Christian Duke who's going to get the yellow.
In the 37th minute, the yellow card for Oklahoma City Energy on number 9.
He's one of those players that's on loan.
Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And Turner trying to walk this one off. Dariush Yazdani coming to check on him. Kim, your hair looks beautiful. Don't worry about it. Getting ready to swing this one into the melting pot. 5 Orange County Blues players waiting in and around the top of the blocks.
Watch to see how these Blues players move around. That was a trouble that the Blues had early in this game when they first had their first free kick.
That's a better ball in. Hoxie was able to get a touch on it, but Oklahoma City able to get it clear. Hint of handball, perhaps. The referee doesn't spot it, and Polak does well to keep it in. And this is Duke. And no foul, says the referee, throwing for Orange County. Duke very frustrated. Suggs. Duke on loan from Sporting Kansas City, was on loan at Orlando City last year and was their Rookie of the Year. And he's a player that Jimmy Nielsen said will definitely make it to the next level because he's always hungry, always willing to learn, always willing to give everything he has. So the USL Pro needs to enjoy Christian Duke while they have him. And unfortunately missed a lot of time as he had been out since June with a stress fracture. June 14th he got hurt and didn't come back until August 21st. So it's been a frustrating season for him.
Yeah, it's always a shame to see injuries happen to such a promising player, but USL Pro is a great place for growing talent to develop their skills. I mean, just looking around the league right now, I mean, you have Bradford Jamison with the LA Galaxy 2, and even a couple or years ago, you had, it's blanking me right now, but the striker for Sporting Kansas City currently, who I think he almost...
Dom Dwyer last year
yes.
was huge in the final. In fact, he had already been moved up to Sporting Kansas City, and Orlando City said, this is kind of an important game. We want him back. Orange County has to defend right now. Good ball in across from Jaziri. Polak didn't bother to go up for it, and it fell kindly. But these players are unable to keep their volleys down. There's a high degree of difficulty there, but that needs to be kept low.
Yeah, I think if Jimmy Nielsen could come on the field and tell Lichty one thing right now, which to just be patient. Just keep your focus on the ball. Keep the ball down. Don't try to just hit it with all your might. I would rather you try to put it on target. If you put it on target, good things will happen.
That time, Hedrick won the battle with Hoxie. Two very strong players, Cyprian Hedrick and Andrew Hoxie. 40th minute from Anteater Stadium, 0-0 between Orange County and Oklahoma City. OC versus OKC. Dejiri, beautiful ball to Due. Due motors into the space, puts it across. Perez punches only to the top of the box, and Moses with a vital clearance.
Javier Castro was on the far post, or near post to where we're looking at. He was wide open, and if that ball would have just gone over Perez, it would have been a sitter there for Oklahoma City, and they would have been leading this game.
And Perez being decisive, coming out and punching that. But Justin, if he's going to punch, he needs to make sure he punches it to the side rather than right back into the middle. Orange County very lucky that they're not down 1-0 right there. Both teams have had their chances. Both teams have had times where they could say, we should be up 1-0 right now. Perhaps Oklahoma City deserved to be in the lead. They hit the crossbar. That's the closest either of these two teams have come.
But you still have to be happy with the way the Blues are playing. I mean, the past game and a half, including this one, I mean, they've been playing phenomenal. I mean, even though they've only scored 1 goal in that game and a half, I think they've played well defensively and kept possession really well.
And this is what the USL Pro is all about. You have two teams who are eliminated from the playoffs, and yet right now you have a very good, technically crisp, and tactical matchup going on that's very enjoyable to watch. Turner. And tried to play it down, instead hit it right off of Jaziri. Kim gets there before Polak. Off to Moses. Moses weaves his way through midfield. Santana. Waiting for Suggs' arrival. It allows him to cut in. And the Blues will hit the reset button in the 42nd. Griffith's long ball will be way over the head of Suggs. And the ideas are there. Kind of a microcosm of Orange County season. Ideas are there, just not coming off.
And that would have been a great opportunity there for the Blues, because Suggs had a couple of players, both Santana and Hoxie were there in the box. They had options to pass it. Just needed a better ball from Griffiths.
Turner did well to step into the passing lane. And now he pours forward. Has Cardenas in the channel. Instead gives it to Rivera. What can the magician pull out of his hat here? It was a good ball, but hit with a bit too much pace and out of bounds before Cardenas could even make a run at it. USL Pro on YouTube. All 2014 USL Pro matches will be broadcast live for free on the home team's YouTube channel. All Orange County Blues FC home matches are broadcast on youtube.com/OC Blues FC. And there will be one more regular season match on YouTube tomorrow. That's the Wilmington Hammerheads versus the Rochester Rhinos. And then after that, come right back to YouTube for the USL Pro playoffs.
And it should be an entertaining playoffs. I mean, so many teams can really win it. I mean, Orlando City's, the front runner, but we've seen surprises so far this year.
While the ball's being worked around the back, just want to say it's been such a pleasure to work for the Orange County Blues this season alongside the likes of Justin Maestas, Brad Paul, the Orange County Blues staff, and of course, Liquid Event TV. Sad that it's coming to an end here, but it's been a great finale so far through the first 43 minutes plus change. Not the best pass there, though. Lichty bought it down. Javier Castro. Castro working his way up that pyramid in the USL from the Premier Development League to the USL Pro.
Next up, the MLS.
Suggs. Castro getting back, but instead it's played in looking for Kim. And Kim knew that he was never going to get in front of Howard, as Howard shields it out for a goal kick as we're inside the final minute of first half normal time at Anteater Stadium. Still 0-0, but that's only due to wayward finishing, not due to a dearth of chances here. Clark taking his time. The way this game has swung back and forth, I don't think either team would mind going into the break tied at 0.
Been a well-fought game between both teams.
Oh, and that's another push by Castro on Suggs, and that's the second time he's done that. And for sure, the referee having a word with Suggs, he should be talking to Castro there. Suggs must have said something to make Castro upset, but that's the second time he's pushed him off the ball like that.
Yeah, and there's not too much room, I would say around 5 feet.
And Rivera, who wears his heart on his sleeve, goes right in, studs up. Very much retaliation from Rivera. You love to see a player have a teammate's back, but you hate to see when it's done like that.
Yeah, you'd never want to be too dirty. I mean, if you're going to have retaliation, maybe shoulder the guy over. You don't ever want to put your cleats into some guy's shin. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's what Oklahoma City are trying to plead to the referee to say what happened.
A free kick, and I've seen cards given for less. The referee making sure that Gareth Evans doesn't get in the face of Rivera. Waves play on Rivera. Very lucky not to be in the referee's notebook. Chested down. Polak trying to turn. Griffiths is there, and Griffiths will get it to safety.
Yeah, I think Rivera was yelling at the Oklahoma City player, just saying, you know what, don't accuse me of something like that. I'm just trying to play my sport and do my thing.
This one swung in, looking for Castro. Castro got his head on it, got his foot on it, past Suggs. But Perez came quickly off of his line, as that will do it for the first half. 1 minute had elapsed. There was some stoppage time, but I think the referee did a very good job there, Justin, of knowing that things were getting heated. He had the whistle to his relief and is able to send both teams to their locker rooms and just let them chill out. But it has been a very exciting 45 minutes here, despite the fact that there's zeros on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating for both teams. I mean, they've kept possession, but I mean, you can't really say that either team has deserved to be on top this game. I mean, Oklahoma City hit the crossbar once, and the Blues have had a couple chances in front of goal, but I mean, it's been an entertaining game so far, as entertaining as a 0-0 scoreline at halftime could be. I'm happy so far with the way the Blues have been playing and the way the last game of the regular season has been going.
Who has stood out for you for Orange County?
I mean, to me, I think I would say Cesar Rivera. Rivera has been really playing well in that midfield, creating chances on offensively, getting Cardenas involved, getting even Suggs, who's come forward quite a lot. Turner's also come a lot also. I kind of want to see Andrew Hoxie have a little bit of a better half. I mean, he's been kind of quiet so far. He was a lot more energetic in the game against Richmond.
And if you're Dariush Yazdani, how do you find a way past this miserly Oklahoma City defense?
I think so far the Blues have been getting forward quite well. It's just finishing, in my opinion, and making better passes and making better decisions in that final third. We saw Suggs on that left flank, dancing around Lichty, and then having Santana having another shot. It's just that final third that they need to finish up on.
Well, Orange County have had their chances, but Oklahoma City has had their chances as well, but neither side able to find the net. Coming up, we have an interview with Orange County Blues president Tom Payne, as he will talk about what they're going to do in the offseason, and then we will have the best goals of August in the USL Pro. Stay with us here on Orange County Blues FC TV.
I think the rebranding actually went well, starting with our kickoff in February of this year. We could have put more behind it probably from a marketing standpoint, and we're going to want to do that in the future, but I actually think the community started coming around as we got through the year, started learning who we are a little bit better, learning more about the players, and certainly the look and the feel of the rebrand and being right in the middle of Orange County, I think was a real positive for us. Well, I think they went better, and we have a long way to go, honestly. But I do believe that we're heading in the right direction. We have a good core group of people. We have a bigger staff than we've had in the past. Those are all positives, but we need to start seeing a lot more positives from a ticket sales standpoint, sponsorship standpoint, etc. But it's a building process. I've been involved in soccer 15, 16 years now, and nothing comes easy, and you can't take shortcuts. So at the end of the day, we got to stay the course, and we got to continue to build. And I think we can do some really good things here in the coming years, but it's going to be a gradual process to some extent. But I do believe, and I've spent a lot of time with the owner recently, I feel that he's very committed to making the right decisions and doing the right things and not taking shortcuts so that we can build a really good team. We had a little bit too much changeover this year. And it was a new brand, we got started a little bit late, so we never got going all that well on the team side. And on the business side, we made some strides. We did 3 times as many tickets sold this year, but still not nearly where we need to be. So we're going to continue to work at that all through the off season into the season that starts next March. Well, really, in the off season, it's going to be our first off season as the OC Blues. So it gives us the opportunity to really get out in the community, get our players invested in the community even more, make sure we're a viable part of the community so that Irvine and the county of Orange County knows that we're a partner and we want to take part in the community. But from a business standpoint, we certainly need to get out and start talking to a lot more companies to hopefully support us, and we have to work really hard on the ticket sales side, where we're getting out of the office and we're meeting people and going to board meetings and all that good stuff. But this year we'll actually have a 6-month lead into our season. The one thing that's hard about this league is the amount of time that's off in the off season. So we have to do everything we can possibly do to stay relevant. One of the things we want to do is have an international game here in Orange County, so hopefully we'll be announcing something about that relatively soon. And then just keeping the players and the staff motivated during the off season, and make sure that we're a really important part of the community in Orange County.
Seth Moses' Miss Clarence.
A good header and a good save.
But support Clarence. A nice shot here from Ochoa.
And a yellow card accumulation. So we'll get back to that here in a second. A little bit of a missed touch. Good job to keep it. Oh, strong palm. As it's played back to the top of the box. Hoffman. What a save from McLean yet again. USA in the 29th minute. Puts it across goal. Fondy's up. Finley's there. What a save from Mohammadi. That's a dangerous ball in. Chance for Delgado. Mohammadi at full stretch.
Dennis overcommits. Lost it to the back post. Chad Barrett has it.
Kaji pushes it out wide. Swung back in. Space at the back post for Finley. Goes for goal. Right into the midriff of Mohammadi. And here comes Jamison again. Perhaps looking to add to his tally. Maybe this time to put it on goal. He does. Good reactions from Perez. Moses looks to have been struggling. Oh, and what a save from McLean. The Islanders maintain possession. Oh, that's a brilliant first touch. Cutting inside here. Ball laid back. Russell! And it's slid into the net. The flag stays down. It's 2-0 Blues. Griffiths ventures into the attack. Leaves it off for Kim. Barone. Kim swings it in. What a goal that is! And we're level in the 24th minute.
Those can get themselves into a playoff position. Nice
Great
ball through. And in are the Blues. It's a shot on goal, and it's a goal for the Orange County Blues.
Flag stays down. 2-on-1. Can the Blues put this game away? Played across goal. And that's it. All 3 points will go to the Blues as Chris Cortez will get a bit of space, able to get the cross off. Cortez is there, and he equalizes in the 18th minute. It's Russell versus Jakubik, and Russell wins. Jakubik guessed right, but the shot was placed with just staying over the dead ball. Looking to curl it. Brilliant strike from Okai.
All set up there. The opportunity on goal, they scored, and they've tied it up right in front of halftime.
That's a lovely run, he's onside, around the keeper surely, yes! 2-1!
Quickly played in for Cardenas. Cardenas turns Woodbury well, has space, and finds the corner. Lifeline for the Orange County Blues in the 77th minute. Every game for the Blues this season. That's a good ball, and Russell at the back post puts it across goal, and the Orange County Blues have a 1. Back to his keeper. Russell chasing. Oh, Russell gets there, and it's into the net. For it to take the first corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues, and it's headed in. Is that the goal that puts the City Islanders to the sword? Suggs trying to get through. He's beaten Friedman. Suggs slides it into the net. 2 goals in 2 minutes, and the Blues are ahead. Has given up more goals this season than the Orange County Blues, but they're on the attack here. Brilliant touch to bring it down, the chance, and Noble's beaten. And in the 6th minute, Orange County has the lead. Combination play in the midfield, and it springs Turner on the far side. That's a good cross in. Russell the tap in. 3-1 Blues.
County Blues right down the middle. Great ball chance. Yes, 2-1. 3-2 rather. It's Kim who beats the Battery defense. Super Bowl.
To Giovanni Santana. He's so smooth. First goal of the night. And the Blues in the lead. But in stoppage time, Orlando.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
0-0 at halftime as Oklahoma City is making their way back onto the field. No goals, but plenty of chances in that first half, Justin.
Yeah, it's been really entertaining and a fun game to watch here so far here at Anteater Stadium. And it's always nice to see at the final game of the regular season, really nothing to play for in terms of playoffs, but both teams really showing that they want to win this game. Great chances and great play.
And it got a little chippy right there at the end of the first half. You think these 15 minutes are enough for everybody to chill out, or do you think that set the tone for the second half?
I mean, if another challenge comes in and another push into one of the nice marketing boards on the side, maybe spark something up a little bit, but I think they both want to win this game. They're not going to do anything stupid to try to get themselves a straight red or any retaliation. We'll see how these two teams come out. There's going to be plenty of fight, and the motivation to win is going to come out of everyone.
Do you see Dariush Yazdani making any substitutions early on in the second half, if not right at the beginning?
And that's going to be interesting to see what type of soccer he wants to play here in the second half. If they want to keep possession and the same exact thing, I mean, I think you keep it. I think you want to keep the same team on. Maybe one player on. Maybe probably see an Alan Russell sighting towards the end of the game. But as of right now, I think you have the same team on from the first half.
You have Cardenas, Kim, Turner. Suggs as the Blues getting in their huddle, making an already in formation Oklahoma City Energy team wait as we are getting set for the final 45 minutes of the 2014 USL Pro season for both the Orange County Blues and the Oklahoma City Energy.
It's been a fun season broadcasting with you.
Thank you to Justin and Brad Paul, who can't be here tonight because he is getting ready to produce tomorrow's Chivas USA match for LA 56 KDOC TV. So if you live in the Los Angeles or Orange County area, definitely check that out. Brad Paul did an excellent job on this broadcast team as well as producing the Chivas USA games.
By the way, so did you. Calling the Super Classico last week. Unfortunately, Chivas didn't really play too well, but still a great call by you, Mark.
Well, thank you very much. As the final 45 minutes are underway at Anteater Stadium. 45 more minutes for these players to prove themselves, including Christian Duke, who wins a free kick. Tried to play it through. Not a bad idea, but the Blues were wise to it.
Can really already see the intensity here by Oklahoma City. I think Jimmy Nielsen gave him a motivational speech there at halftime, came out swinging.
Slid through, looked to be offside, but the flag stays down. And here comes Santana. Rivera trying to flick it back into the path of Santana, but it will roll all the way through to Clark. And now a whistle as there's a player down just in front of the Jimmy Nielsen and the Oklahoma City Energy bench. And the referee coming over to talk to the fourth official to see if he saw anything, as it's Lichty who's under some duress.
And that's a player that you don't want to see down if you're Oklahoma City. Lichty, I mean, even though he has 1 goal and 1 assist so far this season, he's very creative in that midfield position. He can go forward, come back. I mean, he made the Blues play the last time they played.
Well, Javier Castro's night was done at halftime, as coming on for him is Stephen Perry. Has 3 goals and 3 assists as he makes his 28th appearance. Stephen Perry, the 25-year-old, joined from Wilmington, had 40 goals his senior year, setting an Oklahoma high school record before heading off to Notre Dame. So here's a player that has scored at every level. The high school level in Oklahoma, the collegiate level. Notre Dame played their soccer, used to be in the Big East. Now I don't know where anybody plays anything in college anymore. And now with the Oklahoma City Energy FC.
I mean, he had a good season here so far. 3 goals, 3 assists. I mean, that's pretty good overall statistics there for someone coming off the bench.
Due tried to loop it forward. Polak slipped, but got it back. And this is Dugeri. Little 1-2 for him. Textbook defending from Quentin Griffiths. And Cardenas is off to the races. Running right at Cyprian Hedrick, Cardenas. Out wide to Hoxie. Hoxie looking to play setup man here. And it took a deflection, took the sting out of it, and right into the path of Clark.
Yeah, Cardenas did a good job to just run towards the defender that was marking Andrew Hoxie. And Hoxie kind of had to hold his run. That's why he kind of lost momentum. But good job by the Blues and Cardenas.
With that scoreless first half, Oklahoma City has now gone over 420 minutes without scoring in their last 5 games. Or 4.5, if you will. Of course, Orange County fans can't say anything as the Blues went 507 minutes without scoring from the run of open play. During that time, just 1 penalty kick goal, and that came in the Blues' last win against Rochester back on August 10th. So both of these two teams looking for their first win since mid-August, or August rather, as the last win for Oklahoma City came August 2nd. Their last goal came on August 14th. And the Blues' last win, of course, coming on August 10th against Rochester. A penalty kick from Alan Russell, who's on the bench tonight, but has 8 goals and 7 assists to lead the Blues in scoring.
I think even a tie here between both teams will just act as a loss also. I mean, both these teams have so much to fight for towards the end of the season. The Richmond result wasn't too bad for the Blues just because it was such a great team that was on the top of the standings. But, I mean, here tonight, both teams will be sad if they got a draw.
And I asked Nielsen before the game, I said, how do you deal with the fact that your team hasn't scored? And he said, well, you certainly work on it in practice, but you don't want to work on it so much that it's on the team's mind all the time. So it's a very delicate situation, something the Blues had to go through, and now Oklahoma City. But with passing like that, they might just open up the Blues back line here. This is Duziri, former English player coming across, born in Denmark, but played in England with the likes of Blackpool, Scunthorpe United, and was on the books at Portsmouth.
I mean, Oklahoma City themselves don't even think they've played very bad in the past 6 games. I mean, there've been tough results, but you know how the sport goes. You can be playing well, but just not scoring the goals.
Well, as Nielsen said, 4 of the 6 losses have come by 1-0 score lines. But they're looking to change things at the other end. It was a good header just wide, and it took a deflection off of Moses. So crucial intervention from the little man from Maryland. And it's another corner kick for Oklahoma City. And this one played low. And it's going to be a hat trick of corner kicks and the first 3 corner kicks of the game for the Energy.
It's a dangerous position as Evans comes towards this near post. Look for this one to go a little bit further.
Dujiri into the middle. And Howard did well to knock it down, but once again, nothing directed goalward.
Yeah, it was hard for Howard there to try to move across his body and try to get it on target. He did his best to try to poke it towards that far post. Just didn't work out there for Oklahoma City, but I thought it was a better corner. The third one was a charm.
No score at Anteater Stadium. Just 1 yellow card to tell you about. That was Christian Duke in the 37th minute. Moses wins the free kick. And him and Dujiri starting to get into it a little bit. And Dujiri calms the situation down. Good work from Dujiri. Looking for the target man, Hoxie. Brings it down and is pulled down himself. No yellow card from the referee, Calderon, in this case. And I think rightly so, as Mark Howard whistled for the foul. Certainly no need for a booking, and none was given. But you never know with referees these days. Seem to like to write in that little black book of theirs a lot.
Well, sometimes it's good just to try to keep the hold of the game. So far it hasn't been too chippy, but if you see another push that Suggs got or another hard foul, expect for another yellow card to come out.
Rivera could see him trying to find that far corner of the 6. Pollock gets a touch and will send it all the way back to Garcia. Garcia being chased down. Back to Perez. And Perez plays it out wide. Rivera brings it down on the chest. Moses rides the challenge. Oh, and a poor pass right back to Pollock. Was looking for the run of Duziri, but Orange County able to deal with it and win the ball back.
And that's how the Blues conceded that goal against Richmond. It was a turnover in their own half. Blues have to be careful with their passing.
Now 2-on-3 going the other way. It's Santana flying in. Santana skips by 1 man, plays it back, looking for Hoxie. And it almost came back to him serendipitously. But in the end, Clark able to send it clear. And Griffiths trying to head it back to his keeper. That's a mistake from the Jamaican. And now it's Oklahoma City's turn to see if they can punish a mistake. And falling over. And Justin, you're making the signal for dive there on Dujiri. And now the referee coming back as there's a player down all the way in the other box.
Man, I don't think there's a foul. And yeah, there wasn't a foul as both teams are starting to come towards midfield. Just checking on that player in their own box. You can never be too careful when it comes to injuries.
It's Mark Howard, the 28-year-old Englishman. Started, of course, with Manchester United and then made his name in Denmark. And that's how Jimmy Nielsen knows him.
And Nielsen going back to the Kansas City Academy and getting all those people that he's known from Kansas City and even back from Denmark, like you said. And when he became head coach, he knew what players to look for.
Now the question here is it a foul or a drop ball? And the way that the Oklahoma City players are staying back, it looks like it's just going to be a drop ball. And DeGieri looks like he's going to give it to Perez. And Perez can pick this one up, and, well, we know what he can do when he punts it. He's a former NFL punter, Perez. Incredible story. Played for the New England Patriots, played for the Miami Dolphins out of UCLA, and then decided once he retired that he wanted to play soccer, started in the lower leagues, played in a couple amateur leagues, and is now playing professional at the age of 27.
Yeah, definitely has the kicking ability, but mostly for a goalkeeper, you want the reaction and the decision-making, and Perez has that. He's a good keeper.
Maybe he just took a lot of really bad snaps in the NFL, and that's why he's able to make such incredible saves. Is Moses trying to barge his way through? Oklahoma City too strong for that. 55th minute now in the final game of the regular season for both of these squads, and no postseason for either of them as well. Still an entertaining one here at Anteater Stadium. Do not let the 0-0 scoreline fool you, especially if players try and play balls like that. Then it's going to be a very entertaining night, but for all the wrong reasons.
There's been a handful of mistakes here so far in the second half.
Polak turned 25 yesterday, and there's his birthday present from Griffiths. Moses, our featured player to watch at the beginning of the game. Moses, 21-year-old from Maryland, has already played in the lower leagues in Austria and Switzerland. Said they were two beautiful, tranquil countries, and the football wasn't bad either. Space here for Rivera. Rivera looking for the run of Cardenas. Well read by Due. Due from Tacoma Park, Maryland, which is just one city over from where a certain broadcaster grew up.
Guessing that's you?
Yep. Cardenas. Little ball clipped in for Hoxie. Nice turn from him to get to the byline. And strong defending from Cyprian Hedrick. Kim. Haven't said his name too much in the second half, but now he's on the ball. Kim is going to give it all the way back to Perez in the 57th minute. In fact, just to give a little more love to Maryland, at one point in the Richmond game, there were about 5 players from Maryland on the field.
I was about to say, I think I've heard you mention Maryland a couple times here in this past 2 games. I mean, there's a lot of soccer talent coming out of Maryland.
That metro area, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., very strong leagues there. As Evans, he's out of Wales, so he doesn't know about soccer in Maryland too much, except for the fact that he spent some time with Real Maryland. So he knows about the game of the professional levels, maybe not the youth level, as both teams making a substitution. Abraham Vion coming in. He replaces Polak. And Jimmy Turner's night is done as well. And coming in for him is Marco Franco. So one former UC Irvine player for another. Franco on loan from the Chicago Fire, making his 4th appearance. As this one floated in from the Welshman. Vion, player to watch, had the assist for Lichty in that 88th minute goal the last time these two teams met. Vion, well known in these soccer circles too, as he played at San Diego State University, is from Garden Grove, which isn't too far away. Also played his college ball at UCSB.
Pretty much if you're saying grow up in either Maryland or Southern California, I think you'll be playing soccer soon enough. But going back to that Jimmy Turner sub, you remember when he got injured and he was holding on to that ankle, you have to think maybe that's bothering him later here in this half.
That's a heavy challenge from Hoxie, so it should be a free kick instead of a throw-in in the 59th minute. Cyprian Hedrick. Score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Ball floated into the channel on the far side. Searching cross, easy pickings for Perez. Tremendous distribution. And it's from the throw this time from the former punter.
Winner is Tony
And this is Santana. Hoxie wanted it in the box. Now he has to hold up his run. Rivera poking and prodding at the seams of this Oklahoma City defense. Able to get it clear. Won by Kim. Kim looking for a bit of space, and he has it poked away. And pushed forward by Avion. Beg your pardon. Believe it was Due with the pass. But it will be a throw in from Marco Franco nevertheless. Perez looking for Hoxie or Cardenas. Due was always going to win that ball.
All the latest Nike soccer information.
Christian Duke. Due. The West Virginia man gets it forward and gets it right back from Dugeri. Duke looking for options, and he finds it in Vion. Griffith stepped in hard, got the ball before he got the man. And Orange County looking to build. Left on by Rivera. Hoxie looking for options. Rivera. Cardenas slips in. Cardenas has a lane, quickly closed down, still going Cardenas. Hoxie's there, and Hedrick uses his strength to muscle the ball out of bounds. Great work on the hour mark by both the Orange County Blues offensively and Cyprian Hedrick and the Oklahoma City FC defense.
Yeah, there's just too many players there for Oklahoma City there for Cardenas or Hoxie to really do anything.
Past the hour mark here at Anteater Stadium, the final 29 minutes and change in the 2014 USL Pro season for the Blues and the Energy. And a quick shot taken, Perez is frozen. And on the 62nd minute, Oklahoma City has the lead.
We knew this wasn't going to be a scoreless game for long. Both teams were having chances in their offensive end, and this time it's the Oklahoma City Energy which strike first. I mean, and what a goal there by Kyle Gregg. I mean, just picking a corner and shooting it. I mean, great placement there, and Perez really couldn't do much as we take another look here. I mean, the ball came up, and there's Gregg, just put it where Perez could not get to it. I mean, Perez had no time to react. Great goal there by Oklahoma City as they finally end that score drought.
Gregg looking to end the season just as he started it by scoring the game-winning goal against Orange County. And they have the 1-0 lead, but in the last 3 games, the Blues have gone down 1-0 only to come back and at least get the game to 1-1. And Cardenas looking to do just that. Oh, and that's a heavy challenge. And the referee says he got all ball. And I think the ref is right there.
Yeah.
Ton of the player, but the ball first, Justin.
Yeah, it was a great slide there. I mean, he didn't really go through the player. He got ball. Cardenas is a little bit upset just because of the great tackle.
Kyle Gregg in the 62nd minute with an absolute rocket. Perfectly placed as well. And it was a bit unlucky because it was a tackle where the ball came to the top of the box, Justin. But at the same time, that's the exact pocket of space where Richmond killed the Blues last week. Oh, and that's a heavy challenge. And Franco's going to go into the book. And the only question is what color? It's yellow. I've seen them given for less.
Yeah, I don't think it was worthy of a red card. It was a hard challenge there. I think they both hit sides, just contact. I mean, it was a yellow card, nothing more, in my opinion.
In the 64th minute, a yellow card for the OC Blues on number 17, Marco Franco.
And it really was a smart foul also, as the Blues, 8 fouls so far in this game, but it's pretty much been physical back and forth. But Oklahoma City were bringing the ball forward. It was a smart foul there by the Blues to really slow down play.
Hedrick to take this free kick. Gregg making the run inside. Well shielded out of bounds. Goal kick for Aaron Perez. Could Perez have done something on that shot?
On the goal? It's always tough. I mean, he picked the perfect spot, that left corner. I mean, look how wide that goalpost is. It's hard to make such a reaction shot or reaction decision.
Heavy touch from Suggs, but he might catch up to this one. Still fighting his Suggs. And is well shielded out of bounds. In fact, it's going to be a free kick rather than a goal kick. But way to not give up on a lost cause by Josh Suggs.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the players that puts his heart on the line. He moves around all the way across field. I mean, he travels a lot of distance.
65th minute, and the Oklahoma City Energy lead 1-0 on a goal by Kyle Gregg. As Gabriel Gonzalez comes in, and Enrique Cardenas' rookie season is done. But it's been a good one for Enrique Cardenas. Has certainly proved himself on the same field where he played his college ball. He gets his first year as a professional under his belt.
Yeah, there's a lot to work for Cardenas. I mean, he's been really good, really creative. I mean, he has things to look forward to for next year. He's put in a great effort here at today's game.
Griffiths gets it away from Dugeri. Duke gets it away from Kim. Hedrick floats it over for Due. Smartly chested into the path of Duke. Tried to get it back to Due. And it's Rivera to go the other way. And Gonzalez not into the game just yet as he was slow to that one, but it will be a throw-in for the Blues in the 66th. USL Pro on Facebook. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. Vian showing what he can do with that beautiful little chip in between two Blues players. Dugeri looking to run. And Duke almost able to get that away from Griffin. And the ball comes to Kim. Kim able to ride the challenge. Good work from the 18-year-old. But Rivera has it poked away. And here comes Vian. Duke. Two creative players on now in that center of midfield for Oklahoma City. Dugeri in for Vian. Never stops running, Vian, just popping up all over the place. Due. Dugeri plays it low across the ground to the far side. And that's an important touch from Suggs. Otherwise, Perez would have been called into action. Fourth corner kick of the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and what would have made that save so tough is that the ball was on the ground. So, I mean, Perez, looking at his stats, he's a tall keeper, 6'4". It's going to take a lot for a 6'4" guy to get all the way to the ground. And the shot was taken from relatively close, so that really did save a goal there for the OC Blues.
Well, there's two players with a ball on either side. Right? Now it's being taken at the right side, but that was an interesting moment. One for the blooper reel. Here comes the in-swinger. Played a bit low, right to Garcia. However, he clears it right back out. This time it'll be a throw-in.
The classic double cross. Haven't seen one of those since '84.
Beautifully executed by the Atlanta Silverbacks then in the A-League. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates from this game and all the other ones, including the final one tomorrow, which features the Wilmington Hammerheads as they take on the Rochester Rhinos in a game that does have playoff implications.
We knew the playoffs weren't going to be set until the final day of the regular season, and it's exactly that. And it's USL Pro season has a lot to look forward to, and a lot of positives here so far this season.
And not only the postseason, but all the teams that are going to be joining next season. In fact, Montreal Impact announcing that they're going to put a reserve team in yesterday. Vancouver might as well. They're very close. And then you have the Aztecs from Austin who are joining, as well as Tulsa. That's going to create an in-state rivalry in Oklahoma. So plenty to look forward to, not only in what's going to be incredible playoffs, but beyond into the 2015 season.
And even the Timbers, I believe. I think Paulson said he was going to have something with the USL Pro. I mean, it's an exciting league.
Well, Griffiths was the player who was struggling, but he's walking off under his own power in the 69th minute.
Monica Rivera, Michael Mogul,
When we take a look, Orlando City winning the regular season title with 62 points. Sacramento Republic finishing just behind them with 55. And then the Richmond Kickers at 51. LA Galaxy get that fourth and final quarterfinal home spot with 51 points, or 48 points rather, and then followed by Charleston, Wilmington, the Harrisburg City Islanders, and the Rochester Rhinos are yet to go.
Now in the game, number 4, Fabrice Gautraud, replacing number 25, Britton Griffiths.
As Gautraud comes in for Griffiths, so he's unable to continue. So the playoffs then are set. It's all about the seeding for both Rochester and Wilmington tomorrow.
Which isn't important. I mean, either you have to go to Orlando, who are brilliant at home. I mean, it's hard to beat them at home.
Yeah. Moses with the tackle. And Kyle Gregg under a bit of duress, but he looks to be okay.
I think Moses just landed right on top of him. You never want a grown man to fall on you. It doesn't feel too well.
Moses. Moses may not be the tallest player, but he's definitely built. Ball on the far side now. And Oklahoma City have done a good job to settle into a bit of possession now that they have this 1-0 lead. As the ball comes all the way back to Clark, Hoxie chasing. Over Vion, right to Suggs. Suggs long ball looking for Gabriel Gonzalez. Gonzalez has yet to really find his radar in this game. And it goes out of bounds. Another goal kick for Ray Clark.
And one thing I've seen here from the Blues that after that goal that was conceded, the Blues haven't really been keeping possession. I think they've been scared of if we keep possession too long, we're not going to be able to score a goal. I mean, there's not much time remaining here in this game. Blues getting away from their game plan here late.
The streak was finally broken after 435 minutes of scoreless soccer for the Oklahoma City Energy FC, but Dugeri looking to add a second here, cuts inside, and Garcia steps in. Nike's a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. As substitution, as it looks like Gareth Evans' night is done. And Evans will come out. And entering in for him is Tarek Morad. Tarek Morad will get a huge ovation here. He is back where he played his college ball at UC Irvine. Teammates with Jimmy Turner and Enrique Cardenas. So Evans' season is done with 27 appearances in 28 games in his first season after 3 years with the Wilmington Hammerheads. And this might fall for Gonzalez. And once again, he's just a step too slow, Gonzalez.
I mean, it's always tough to just come out off the bench and come right into a game that's been fast-paced this whole second half. But like you're right, you really want to see better.
Garcia. Franco.
Or email seats@ocbluessoccerclub.com.
Franco takes the space afforded to him. Gonzalez had a player on the far side, and it opens things up for Suggs. Suggs lifts it into the box, and Due is there, over the head of Kim. And Garcia steps in once again. 29-year-old reads the game so well. Franco looking to get forward. Rivera. And Gonzalez was almost able to turn in between two men. Just too much good defensive work from the green jerseys as the grid is operating at full flow at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing very well to stay compact and make sure to take away the holes of the OC Blues. mean, the Blues starting to keep more possession. It's just getting past that back
Duzier
four.
using that strength. Be a throw-in. Due gets it back. Murad. Murad also spent time with the Chivas USA U23 team, as well as his time at UC Irvine. Mark Howard, 28-year-old Englishman, pushes it forward. Helped on to Murad.
And now the Energy are starting to look like the Blues did in the first half, just keeping possession back in their midfield.
And there's space in the midfield. This time the Blues close it down. Gonzalez looking to go the other way. Gets the ball under control and finds Rivera. Rivera does well to hold it up, although green jerseys do get back. Rivera continues his run. Gonzalez looks to have a go. Deflection, another one. Almost an own goal off Due. Instead, it will be the third corner kick for Orange County.
Yeah, and see, that's what happens when you try to put a shot on target. It doesn't have to be a blast outside the box. Just try to put it on target. The ball will hit a player, take a deflection, almost an own goal right there. I mean, crazy things happen. Just try to put it on target. And I think the Blues here have their third corner.
Rivera, so deft from set pieces. Needs to get the service right. As it's played into the near post and won by Murad. And you can hear the frustration from the fans as Santana sends that one skyward. And we'll have another substitution.
We have 2 substitutions for the OC
Double
Blues.
substitution, in fact, for Dariush Yazdani.
16, Giovanni Santana replacing number 10, Cesar Rivera.
As Giovanni Santana is going to come on for Cesar Rivera.
Number 6, Jimmy Turner entering the game, number 16.
And Alan Russell, Captain Spectacular, coming on to see if he can find the equalizer.
Number 23, Andrew Hoxie.
As Hoxie's night is done. And Russell puts on that captain's armband. He's been the leader of this team, not only in terms of scoring, but also in terms of the fact that when they went on their 7-game streak where they were 6-1, I believe, or no, their 7-game streak where they were 5-1-1, it was because he sat them down in Seattle and said, our season needs to start now. We need to be more committed. We need to be more professional. And it was after that that the Blues shot up into 6th place. Of course, the rest is history. But still, Alan Russell has not only gotten the job done on the field, but off the field. He has been a great leader, especially for these younger players like Enrique Cardenas, like the Santanas and others.
Yeah, and the play really has shown, and he's the kind of leader that you really want.
That's a heavy foul, and Moses will go into the book.
But going back to Alan Russell, I mean, just talking with him, I mean, he's kind of an intimidating guy to go up and talk to if you don't really know him personally. I mean, he puts his heart out on the line, and he shows out in his play. I mean, he wants to win. He wants these younger players to grow. I mean, he has the experience. He's been through the leagues.
Russell started in the Rangers youth system, went on to have an 11-year career in the Scottish Premier League with the likes of Hibs and Kilmarnock, among other teams. Then came to the U.S. with Carolina before coming over from the Railhawks 3 years ago, and in his 3rd season, he has had his best year yet with the Orange County Blues. Unfortunately, their record hasn't reflected his play, as this one is swung into the melting pot.
Roxanne Medical, the official
And Gonzalez
sponsor of the Orange County
heading
Blues,
that backwards
is aspiring to be the #1 medical center
out to
in
Russell.
Beverly Hills.
Loses out on the header. Good job by Morad to get back.
So you don't really see that too often, to where a player heads the ball back to where more Oklahoma City players are. Very dangerous.
Vian head straight offside. Gorgeous finish, but it won't count.
News and more.
Yeah, ended up in the back of the net.
USLProSoccer.com.
Just over 11 and a half minutes for the Orange County Blues to find the equalizer. Started the season by losing 2-0 here to Oklahoma City. Do not want to end in the same fashion. As Russell's little touch looking for Kim. Due gets it back to Clark. Not the best clearance from Clark, right to Moses. No green sea parted for Moses, though. Had to get it out wide. Sent inside, over Russell. Kim is there. Clark hesitated, but an important clearance, as it was Hedrick and Due who conspired to get that ball clear.
I mean, that was game-saving. I mean, he got himself between the ball and Kim.
And Vion cut down, and here's going to be another card. And the yellow card's going to go against Gatrell. So third yellow card against the Orange County Blues, as this time it's Gatrell who's abused the rules.
Yellow card for the OC Blues on number 4, Fabrice Gautreau.
All 2014 USL Pro matches will be broadcast live for free on the home team's YouTube channel. All OC Blues FC home matches have been broadcast at youtube.com/OC Blues FC, as this one's teased into the mix. Greg is up, wins the first header, but cleared away. And all of the Orange County Blues broadcasts have been produced by Liquid Event TV, who've done a tremendous job this season. Franco. And I don't know if he's trying to loop Clark, and it's in the net! No, it's over! Well, the way it bounced off it looked like it, but I think Franco meant to do that.
I mean, Franco, he put his head out, and he was halfway to the halfway line. I mean, he was walking back, and the goalkeeper, he knew it was close, and I thought it was in.
And Nielsen, the 2012 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year and a two-time Goalkeeper of the Year in his native Denmark, cannot be happy with Ray Clark there. Had his head in the clouds on that one, and Franco almost punched him. Moses needs to be careful, barging into the back of Duke. He's on a yellow card, Moses.
And Ashley Rawlings. Congrats, all of you are now the proud owners of fitness passes to LA Fitness. Pick them up down at the Blues booth.
Kim needs a headband, doesn't he? How many times have we seen him brush his hair to the side?
And his hair looks fantastic. And there's another look at the almost goal. It just hit the back posts.
2 tickets to an amazing show and a 2-night stay at a luxury
Vion,
Las Vegas
inside for Duke. Duke gets into the channel, and it's ridden out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Orange County. Nielsen getting ready to flick the switch on another substitution for the Oklahoma City Energy FC.
2 minutes, Jerry Fontaine, you're on the clock.
And it's Max Gunderson coming on for his 11th appearance of the season. Was a winner in the Premier Development League last year with the Austin Aztecs before stepping up to the USL Pro ranks. Gunderson was also selected to the Mid-South All-Conference. Due. Out of DC United's Youth Academy, Due. That one a bit too heavy for Duke, and it allows Garcia to get over. Still work to do for Garcia, though. And safety first.
Thought he was going to try to let that roll out, but that's when he made the first touch, and he had no choice but to just clear it out.
Murad. Howard. Lichty will go all the way back to his keeper. Clark. He's definitely been woken up, Clark. He'll be alert for these final 7 minutes and change. Gonzalez. Russell trying to step in. Lichty doing well against the veteran. Clark looking for options. Not the best distribution from Clark once again. Kim gets it over Hedrick. Hedrick able to recover. Kim so good at shielding the ball. Due coming over in support. And Kim has to turn back with it. Stabbed away by Due. And then played down the line. And that one goes out of bounds for a throw. And I thought it stayed in and should be a goal kick. But instead, it's just going to be a throw-in as the assistant referee has a better view than I do.
Yeah, it kind of hooked around. I mean, it stayed in when it bounced along the line, but off the initial pass.
Due gets it back. Oh, and a miss header from Franco. Opens up the space for Perry. Perry playing it inside, looking for Vion, but getting there first was Suggs. Kim late as Due did well to step in. Due has done a good job to stay at home more now that this Oklahoma City team has the 1-0 lead heading into the final 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a much better fit to Oklahoma City. I mean, the Blues would rather try to keep possession, but I mean, they can't now. They're chasing the game now, trying to get that result.
And you'd have to say that Oklahoma City have bossed this second half.
And just the way they came out of the half, I mean, you can tell Nielsen gave a really good halftime speech because they came out motivated.
Some spaces open here, though, for the Blues. Played out wide. And this is Santana. Double team Santana, absolutely no support. And it's just a goal kick. And if the Blues are going to pull a rabbit out of a hat here inside these final 5 minutes, they need to have more support for their players. Players need to be closer together, and that's something that we're not seeing here, is perhaps fatigue setting in the final 4.5 minutes of this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long season here for these Blues. I mean, a lot of these players have played a lot of minutes for this team. A lot of familiar faces. Just trying to fight out for the next, I would say, 8 minutes or so, 7 minutes, including stoppage time. I mean, it's their last game of the season. Are you going to be able to tell yourself in the offseason, did I play my heart out in the last 5 minutes?
Sent long, looking for Greg. Gets it over Garcia, puts it back across goal, and a player in the middle slipped for Oklahoma City. Otherwise, that could have been game, set, match.
I don't know how he got to that ball. I thought Franco would be able to maybe even clear it out, but nice hustle there by Oklahoma City to make sure that he got the ball.
Duke looking to put this game to bed. Inside for Perry. He's bowled over, or Greg rather. Referee lets play go on. And there's that NFL-style punt from Perez, but Russell can't win it.
Still
Kim's
has it.
chasing. And the foul will be whistled against Franco. And Kim frustratingly smashes the ball into the advertising board.
Tough game for that advertising board.
Yeah, at first no love from Suggs, and now Kim. I don't know if it means it's getting more play.
I mean,
considering that all eyes have been on it a couple times.
Shout out to the old spaghetti factory.
Will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include
88th minute, Oklahoma City hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Although to be fair, they haven't really been bothered since going ahead in the 62nd minute through Greg. Greg with the first ever goal in Oklahoma City Energy FC history in just the 11th minute right here at Anteater Stadium against the Orange County Blues. A 2-0 win on that day, and they're looking to close out their season with a 1-0 win in which Greg would be the game-winning scorer once again.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that you would think, or you would want to be the first scorer and the last scorer. I mean, he's lead the team in scoring, 9 goals so far this season, including the one today.
Vion. Beautiful ball through. Perez way off his line. Great anticipation from the keeper. However, the Blues unable to hang on to the ball. It's been a bit of a theme in this second half as we are now in the 89th minute of play. Murad. Duke always seems to find the right pass. Russell's chasing. Clark over, and perhaps Oklahoma City trying to be a bit too fancy with it. Comes a time where you just got to get it out and put it back in. Go Trow. Russell had strayed just offside.
Big congratulations to Tim Herter. He beat Vegas. Enjoy.
Final minute of normal time now in the 2014 USL Pro season for both the Orange County Blues and the Oklahoma City Energy FC. Oklahoma looking to finish the season just as they started it with a win here at Anteater Stadium. And they would snap a 6-game losing streak in the process. Due still venturing forward even though there's just 30 seconds left in normal time. Excellent possession from the likes of Perry, Duke, and Vian. And now Vian just taking it into the corner. And Vian gets it off of Franco. 5th corner kick of the game for Oklahoma City.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OCBluesFC. And be sure to use the hashtag MyOCBlues.
Now into bonus time in this 2014 USL Pro season for these two teams. The Oklahoma City Energy just trying to keep that ball in the corner, waiting for the referee's whistle to blow. Kim unable to get away with it. Murad, cheeky little touch. And Due. Hedrick. Just 2 minutes of stoppage time and 30 seconds has already elapsed. Moses does well to turn. Wanted advantage, gets the free kick, and then played it quickly and almost played himself into trouble. Nice flick on to the far side. Good work down the middle of the field. Slid inside by Suggs. Still looking for the shot, Suggs, as he was trying to get it over to Russell, but good defending from Oklahoma City. 1 minute has elapsed now in stoppage time. And Vian, so good on the ball, Vian. And this one played for Greg. Garcia got in front of him. Perez comes out. Oklahoma City wants a back pass. The referee disagrees. 45 seconds now for the Blues to see if they can steal a point in the season finale. Little touch on. Not the best ideas. There was nobody there making the run, and the Blues have just stopped running. Very, very static here. But can they have one more go of it inside the final 30 seconds? If anybody can do it, it's Russell. But the ball is picked off of him. Vian has time to turn. Final 15 seconds of the season now. Vian cutting inside. Into the middle for Duke. Duke gives it away to Moses. Is there one last roll of the dice here for the Blues? Not with that giveaway, and that should do it. Referee looking at his watch. And that is it. Oklahoma City finishes their inaugural season in the USL Pro as they've started it with 3 points over the Orange County Blues. And a good way for Oklahoma City to end the season, snapping a goal drought and a 6-game winning streak as they and a 6-game losing streak rather, as they run out 1-0 winners. When you talk about ending the season just as you finished it, Kyle Gregg started the season with a goal for Oklahoma City and ended it with a game-winning goal for Oklahoma City, as the Energy will leave here with all 3 points and get ready for next year. And this is an Oklahoma City side that really took over in the second half, and it all changed after that goal from Kyle Gregg, as he picked out the far corner quite beautifully after the ball was stabbed off of one of his forwards. It fell right to him, but he made absolutely no mistake. And Oklahoma City fans, plenty to look forward to next season. Not only that in-state rivalry with Tulsa, but Nielsen said that he's already working on next year. And this is a team that could make waves, and they had the potential to make waves at certain times during the season. But 2 6-game losing skids throughout the season is what undid Oklahoma City in the end. But they end on a high note with a 1-0 win over the Orange County Blues. Once again, it was Gregg unassisted in the 62nd minute, as Oklahoma City will head back and get ready for next season. Orange County Blues, not the season they wanted. At one point, we're in 6th place, but instead they're going to finish second to last, just in front of the Dayton Dutch Lions, with a record of 9-18-1 and a massive 54 goals conceded, second worst in the USL Pro behind the Dayton Dutch Lions as well. Jimmy Nielsen has to be happy with his side's effort. A solid first season for the Oklahoma City Energy FC. The grid is only getting bigger as they improve to 9-14-5 to finish out the season, and 4-7-3 on the road. And the Orange County Blues 5-8-1 at home this season, and that's one of the reasons that they are not going to the postseason either. We still have interviews for you, so stay here with us as Justin Maestas has gone fieldside. We'd also like to give a big thank you to plenty of people who have helped make these broadcasts possible, not only Liquid Event TV, but Jake Schwartz, who does all the graphics and videos for us, has done an excellent job. A big shout out to Jake Schwartz. You might have heard her voice over mine, Christina Ramey, doing the PA for the Orange County Blues. And it looks like Justin has pulled Enrique Cardenas over for an interview, so let's head down to the field to get the final thoughts from the season from Justin Maestas and Enrique Cardenas.
Hey, welcome back to the field at Anteater Stadium. Enrique Cardenas here with me, and I mean, okay, a tough 1-0 result, but I thought you guys played pretty well going from last game and the first half in this game. You guys kept possession well. How do you guys think you felt, or you played here in the past two games?
We played well. The problem was just finishing. We kept the ball for good periods in time, and we created a lot of opportunities. The problem was the end product. That was the problem, and we couldn't get the final result. And they had one shot on goal, and it was a goal. That's all they needed. At the end of the day, it's whoever scores more goals, and we played better. I think we played better, but we couldn't get the final product. And at the end of the day, that's on us. I had a couple. We all had a few opportunities, and we let it slip.
And you say you let it slip. I mean, tough end of the season, but I thought here the last game, the fans did show up. I mean, it was fan appreciation night, and they came out to see you, and I thought you were really creative there in the midfield. Can you talk about your play specifically?
I was asked to stretch the field a lot more, and I thought I was given a different role this time as less of a creative guy, more creative in the attacking third and just kind of hold my space. But I tried to combine with Caesar. Caesar put me in great positions on the field. My teammates put me in great positions to in the attacking third to go forward and to demonstrate what I can do creatively. And it's all a result of where my teammates put me on the field.
I love your demeanor here on the after getting interviews. You have so much passion here. I mean, let's talk about a little bit of a better note. It was end of the season. OC Blues, they rebranded. Overall of this season, how do you think the rebranding went?
I think it's great. I'm so happy they came here to Irvine, to UCI. Have a lot of ties here. My heart's here, and we didn't perform as well as we would have wanted to throughout the season. But at the end of the day, it's what happens next season. For all of us as individuals and as a club, we just got to look at this as an opportunity to grow and get better. And it's a great opportunity. We could look back and see it as a disappointment, but at the end of the day, if we look at this and see everything we can learn, it's a great opportunity for us. I always say, to rise, you must first fall. And we had a bad season, but we have high expectations. We want to win a championship. That's the goal for every single player. I think it should be, and it's a great opportunity for us to get better. It's a great stepping stone.
And you say you leave your heart out on the line, and it really shows out on the field, and there's no doubt that you'll get better. I appreciate you coming and interviewing with me, and have a good off-season.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back to you, Mark.
Young player with a very wise head on his shoulders, knows that it's just his first season, knows that it's a learning experience. And it's been a frustrating year for the Orange County Blues, but especially in these last two games, they really showed some patches of brilliance that shows that they could be a playoff contender if they make the right moves in the offseason. Finishing the season 9-18-1, the Orange County Blues, as the Oklahoma City Energy run out 2-1 winners, finishing off a 435-minute goal drought in real style with a beautiful strike from Kyle Gregg. Started the season, Kyle Gregg, by scoring the first ever goal in Oklahoma City Energy FC history, and then finished the season by scoring the game-winning goal here as well. And the player he beat was the unlucky Aaron Perez, who's been sensational throughout the season. It's tough for goalkeepers to hear that. He's given up a lot of goals, but a lot of times he was left for dead. It would have been a lot worse had it not been for Aaron Perez, and he is standing with Justin Maestas right now.
So we're here with goalkeeper Aaron Perez. And Aaron, we're talking off camera about your injuries. How did you feel here tonight? I thought you played pretty well.
I felt great, man. To be honest, it's just a bunch of little things that, happen, the wear and tear from a long season. Everyone's nicked up just a little bit. But, I felt great tonight. I mean, unfortunately, they took one shot and they scored it. Took a kind of a bummer deflection. But, overall, I felt great tonight. Felt great to be out there with my boys for this last game.
Yeah, I don't mean to bring up the injury of the first part, but I thought you played pretty well in the games you did play for the Blues. Talk about your experience here with the Blues here late in the season.
I mean, if this isn't a sign that there's a God, man, I mean, seriously, just being so blessed to be on this team. Had a chance last year to come in and experience, be a part of it, get some games under, and just the way the world works, getting a chance to come back and then getting a chance to represent the colors and put on the jersey. Ali Mansouri and Dariush and John Spencer and Tony Poland, James, my goalkeeper coaches. And to me, this is a dream, man. Every boy dreams of playing professional soccer, and you couldn't ask more than anything to get and play, in front of your parents every week and home here. It's been a blessing, man. It's been amazing.
That's always nice to hear when people are really happy about their job. And going back, we talked about it some parts in the season when you're a punter in football. How does those skills equate from football to soccer?
Obviously it's a lot different because you're a lot more involved in the game as a goalkeeper. And even if you're not involved, quote unquote, you're involved. I mean, you're talking to everyone, but I think just having to make a play when you get a chance. As a goalkeeper tonight, there was one shot, and I'd like to say I couldn't have done anything about it. But as a punter or a kicker, you get one chance to go in there and do your job, and you practice all week. You go through a million reps, and you get 2-3 chances a game. So I think a lot of it playing in front of a big crowd, and being in pressure situations for UCLA has definitely helped here, just in terms of the mental focus of having to make a play or a decision when it happens.
And you said you were here last year. Talk about the rebranding. Overall, what did you think of it?
I think it's awesome. I think in this day and age, you have to do what's best for the club, and I'm sure it was difficult to move everyone and move home fields and market and get people to come out here, but I think this is home for us. I think this is a lot better. I think UCI, we've gotten some good crowds. The fans have been great, and I think it can only go up. I think that once people realize there's a darn good professional team around here, it'll be good. And moving forward, I think the team's in the right place.
It's always a pleasure to get an interview from you, and enjoy your off season. Appreciate it,
man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back to you, Mark.
Justin Maestas doing a wonderful job tonight on color, and the interviews at the end as well, as it finishes 1-0 between the Oklahoma City Energy FC and the Orange County Blues. The away side running out with all 3 points to end the season on a goal by Kyle Gregg in the 62nd minute. We'd like to give a big thank you to Liquid Event TV, who's done a tremendous job all season for us here at the OC County Blues YouTube page. For producer Ted Matheson, director Steve Ridlin, Marvin Thompson on graphics, and the camera operators Yuki Hashimoto, Josh Davis, Robin Poblano, and Nick Hedren have all been sensational. So a big thank you to them. A big thank you to Jake Schwartz, who provides the videos for us as well as the graphics. And a big thank you to all of you for watching us. It has been my honor to be the play-by-play man for the Orange County Blues once again this season. So from all of us here at the campus of UC Irvine, for one last time in 2014, it's good night from Anteater Stadium, where the Orange County Blues fall to the Oklahoma City Energy FC 1-0.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?